Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Eddie Plays. I'm your host Eddie. Today we're going to be watching The Expanse, Season 1, Episode 3, titled Remember the Can't? Yeah, Remember the Can't. So I'm going to be watching and discussing Episode 3. I don't have any announcements aside from if you want to stay up to date with news regarding this, these reactions and discussions, and any other media that I put out, you should follow me on Twitter to get the most up to date news. If you want to support me financially, only if you can find me on Patreon as well. And if you want to read some of my written works that I'm working on, you can find me on Royal Road. And if you want to get an announcement, get a notification anytime I put up a new video, you can hit that bell icon. But anyways, links to the Twitter, Royal Road, and Patreon, you can find those links in the description box below. I should write this down and have a proper script, because I am just going off the top of my head, saying what sounds right, and I hope that's good enough. Anyways, I got nothing else to say. Well, actually, that's a lie. I'm looking forward to this episode. That's what I have to say. Anyways, enough is enough. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So 3, 2, 1, start. For those of you that are following along, 3, 2, 1, start. 3, 2, 1, start. If you haven't seen episode 2 of this reaction and discussion, you can find the link to that in the description box below as well. Yeah, I should really rehearse this. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, start. Oh shit. It went out. It actually went out. Was that on his neck? Well, Detective Miller's definitely gonna hear about that. Who's that? Oh, he's there to see his lady. Or maybe he just wants to talk. What's he showing him? He's learning something. Alright, so he's learning something, right? We'll see. I'm sure it'll be revealed. gonna walk out there and they're just gonna be like, man, he's fast. What was that look? Ah, they're an Helix is an Earth corporation. Got it. I did not know. Come on, man. It's all over the freaking news. How did you... How did you just notice it until now? He can't let it go. He can't let it go. He's that kind of detective, right? You know, he's a little dirty. He's a little good. He's mostly good. You know. Morn? Oh no, MCRN. Oh, is there like their identification like chip that was in the back of the neck? First time I saw it was on the other dude. Grimes. Grimes. Whoa. Okay, just put him to sleep. Yeah, I'll say that Jim would have made a shitty captain or a shitty anything, right? He's like putting his own emotions first. I don't know, man. Maybe. Hopefully not. I like it. I like it. Hey, I recently watched the show Jack Reacher, and that guy's in it. Souther? He was a naval officer. Franklin de Graaff. They seem close. Just gonna interrogate him. Kill him. Yeah, that didn't sound malicious at all. Mormons. A couple hundred years later, they're still wearing the same kind of outfit. Hmm. How? How's he gonna cover for him? I don't know. Maybe in case he's got to check in, right? Yeah, he probably has to check in every hour. She's so angry. Mm-hmm. Boba? Okay, fair enough. Just trying to get him upset. And Jim is emotionally unstable at the moment, so that shouldn't be that difficult. Or a very talented individual. Come on, man. Homie got high as fuck and then started an interrogation. Mad props. Mad props. I'm sure more information about that will be given later on. Um, so was he a genetic mix? Jim. Jim the genetic mix. She lured him here for a conversation because he rolls over easy. Oh, that's the Holy Grail. I thought they were just like teaming up to annoy his ass, right? I wonder if they're gonna give her the same information that they gave Jim, right? Did you know that Amos or whoever is next is a OPA agent? I get the names wrong? I thought he was Alex. Yeah, I thought he was Alex. Earth. Mm. James Holden, right? That's Alex. Hey! He's obviously an important character. Is it a famous actor? He obviously has some sway as well. And he looks great too. He looks great in every movie, by the way. Anderson Dawes. Julian, jump on a Mal. Gotta get some water. Traveling in a I wouldn't either. Money's money, bro. Especially in a place like this. Yeah, that's the least you can do. Mm. The days of severe unrest that will come. I love her hair so much. Oh, come on, you're standing a little too close. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Still really creepy, though. I believe in science. There he goes again with the boba. He has some long eyebrows. I saw the hand signal. She did. She gonna write him out? She gonna write him out? So-called medic. I wonder if that little boba he takes is what he's able to like pick up on subtle things in their mannerisms, right? I like he just thought us about it. Like, yeah, so what? Put him in a room, argue. Smart. No, dude, you're being fucking idiot. He's a bit rusty. Sure, he was on the he's Mars Navy for 20 years, and then after that, pretty sure it's been a few years. So he's probably like maybe in his mid 40s, late 40s, maybe. It's my guess, depending on when he joined up. This was their plan. Someone stole it. So maybe she's not okay. So I had a theory in the end of the last episode that she was probably trying to start a war, but theory debunked. How big is the OPA? That's a detail I must have missed because I was thinking they're just some rogue group of individuals, right? But it's starting to see like it's just a probably a really big, powerful group. Just do the old wipe. I didn't get a good look at the guy. Funky cold Medina. It only takes one. There we go. O-P-A, 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 O-P-A. Okay. I got into it. You know, I just enthralled in it. Damn. I mean, we're just happy at Mars. Mm-hmm. Tennessee three-finger hold'em. Mm-hmm. Damn, how old is this dude? Ooh. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, she's hurt. You can see she was hurt. That was really good. She did a little lip quiver. Oh, man. Ooh. She'll do anything to win. Damn. Like her father. There's one guy. He broke his phone, I guess. Oh man, is he gonna get killed? Yep, I know it. He's too nice to last a long time. Oh, and they're recording him too. Homie had nothing to do with it, and they still killed him. Damn. Son of a bitch. I liked him. I liked him. That's the end of the episode too. Nothing else? Nothing else. Oh, wow. God. Homie got killed and he was a good guy, I think. You know. And you know, he even tried his thing where, you know, that the lady was teaching him, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. Oh man. God damn it. I really didn't want him to die. I really liked him. But maybe it'll give the maybe it'll give Detective Miller some motivation to like be a bit more hard on his investigation, right? Okay, so let's go over the episode. So Havelock killed. I have a list of names here of who seem like important individuals. One thing I didn't know, I must have missed it in the first episode, but like Star Helix, the security, it's not a police company, right? But it's not like an actual police force, but it's just like a security force that just, I guess, you know, is able to keep order. So Helix is an Earth Corp or Earth Corporation. There was a lady who was ordering them around when they first got onto the. It was called the Doneger, right? When the five first got into the Doneger, there's a lady who's ordering them around. Her name was Grimes. I wasn't sure if she was gonna come up later in the episode, but I guess, or if she was gonna have a more important role throughout the episode, but it didn't seem like that for this. You have Souther. He's an admiral. He's the guy who was I think I recently saw him in the show. Whatchamacallit? Jack Reacher. Right? So admiral. He's an admiral. Let's see. DeGraff, Mars Ambassador, the guy who I thought was not that old, was apparently really old because he knew Christian when she was just a young girl. Probably like a kid, really. You're like, I remember that. But then I was like, oh. I guess he's not as old as he appears to be. I mean, I guess he's not as young as he appears to be. He's much older, much older. Jim is a genetic mix, like 5 people and like another number of women. He was like created, right? So that's interesting. I'm looking forward to finding out more about that, how that works, right? Like a bunch of different women, a bunch of different men. They get all their, they make a gene pool, and then they make one baby, and that baby was Jim, who was in the Earther Navy, and just took an attack on his captain, on one of his lieutenant, a superior officer, and he broke his hand. So the Holy Grail, in the last episode, I was like, oh, what's the Holy Grail? But it was just stealth technology is what it is. So Martian stealth composites, Holy Grail. We meet Anderson Dawes, a cool actor. I'm gonna come back to like the whole stealth thing because it's like that was a really big thing about this episode here. I mean, it's a big thing overall, but in this episode, there was like a lot of ground covered. Doc, Doc Shed, quote unquote Doc Shed, faked his medical records to get a job on the Canterbury to get away from the drug dealer. And I love how he's being like really just honest about it all. He's like, yeah, that's true. Yep, I did it. Yep, this is what's happening, right? Like his focus is like he wants to survive, he wants to live, so he's like, whatever you want to know, I'll tell you. But I guess, you know, if he faked his medical records to work as a medic on the Canterbury, on a ice freighter, then yeah. So I had theorized that one of my theories from the previous episode was that Christian was maybe trying to get a war going, trying to start a war, but it seems now more that she is actually trying to prevent one. So she leaked that classified information about the Holy Grail, and that the the quote-unquote OPA agent that they captured probably was. She leaked that information to De Graaf, and then he leaked it. You know, he leaked it to Mars, and then they immediately started communicating to all their stealth tech regions, and that just, you know, is in the show that let them know that they were checking their inventories, so Mars didn't give away a piece of stealth tech, and so that confirms that the Mars and the OPA are not working together. And I can't remember. So the whole, what was the revelation that it was something about like that? So Mars didn't shoot down the Cant. What was it specifically? What I can't remember what it was that revealed it. But that was another sort of small discovery, right? That the Canterbury was blown up by somebody else and not Mars. So I need to write this down. So in the beginning, in the first episode, we're giving a glimpse of what looks to be the ship's core drive, right? It's the ship's engine, and it's glowing blue, and there's like a lot of like whatever it is, a lot of energy. And then you see like a human is like being like either sucked into it, or they're like stuck in in the core. So my best guess is if it's OPA doing this, then they're doing some other kind of crazy, wacky, they're doing some other kind of crazy tech research. If it's not OPA, then maybe it's aliens. I'm just gonna go to that, right? I'm just gonna go to that possibility, like, oh, maybe it's aliens or some kind of other species or some other developed human species that they're not aware of. So that's what I'm thinking. If it's not OPA, then maybe it's like a private company or something. But now they're trying to avoid war. But OPA seems to be like a scapegoat for a lot of things, right? Like, oh, OPA, right? And I thought it was just like some kind of like protest group, right? So if it's like, oh, it starts to seem like, oh, they're like really, because in the beginning I'm thinking, oh, the OPA is just protest. They're just like radicals, do some terrorist stuff here and there. But the further we go through, the further we go, there's only episode 3, but even up to this point, it's starting to seem like OPA is like a powerful force, like almost as like you would have Earth as the number one in terms of like size and in terms of size and like military power or whatever. It's like it feels like they're treating OPA like it's Earth, then it's Mars in the power ladder, then you have the Belters, and then you have the OPA, right? And like the OPA is like a very strong force. Like there's just so much talk about it that is making me think that they're either just a convenient boogeyman, or they are just as powerful and as dangerous as they're saying they are, as everyone is saying that they are, right? So that's that. Let me see if I can think of anything. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. I went down the list. What I wrote down. Christian, that little conversation that they're having out, I wasn't sure where it was going. Well, I had a feeling that it was gonna, the conversation that Christian and DeGraff were having, or the story that he was saying. Like I first I knew that she was gonna set him up somehow, right? Because she said, because you roll over so easily, and then she walked away. And she did like that kind of serious face, right? And then the camera cut. So I'm like, okay, she's gonna do something that's gonna most likely affect them negatively. And they have the dinner, and she leaks the information, and I'm like, okay. And then everything happens. That we find out about the Mars not giving away stealth tech, and then DeGraff is telling her the story, and I'm like, oh, he's telling her the story, and he's about to be like, I no longer want to have anything to do with you, right? But I wasn't sure where the story was gonna go. But it was a satisfying story, right? It was a satisfying, I guess, would it be called an anecdote? It was satisfying because it's like, it just leads you to like, well, I think in the game that they were playing, I don't know how it's even really played, but apparently it seems like she jumped the gun and ran to the tree. So maybe that she has that, like maybe she is calculated, and I'm sure she clearly is calculated, right? She was able to do all this in this episode, but like we see her calculated, and she's clearly smart. But I'm curious if we're gonna see Christian as like make like some heavy duty mistakes, right? Like I'm talking about like something that Bounty paper towels can't even clean up, or at least similar to it. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that comes up, because the graph was like, you remind me of your father. You do anything to win, right? I'm paraphrasing. So Christian would do anything to win, just like your father, and then the graph wants nothing to do with her anymore. So yes, she prevented a war, but at the same time, we got to see what she's willing to put on the line to get the job done, right? To win. So this guy was clearly knew her since she was a child. The graph clearly knew her since she was a child, and hold up. Oh. And so we know, okay, she's willing to put because she thought, oh, like, she can just make up with it, right? And that's the thing, right? Like, she was willing to put this relationship that she has with this man, who she's known probably her whole life, on the line for this. So, like, okay, I get it. But in her mind, she's thinking, oh, I believe that Christian is thinking, oh, it doesn't matter what happens to him. Like, the consequences for him don't matter, because I still did something good. So it's gonna be like, oh, you did something good. So, the graph. So maybe she thinks that the graph will say, oh, you did something good. You prevented a war. Okay, but that was clearly not what she was expecting, right? Because she came with a bottle of wine. She's like, here's some wine. This. She's just talking to him, and you can tell she's not expecting to be told, hey, I want nothing to do with you anymore, by the graph, by her expression. Like, because when he says that, she is heartbroken, right? And up until that point, she's probably been able to get away with a lot of things because she won, and maybe the consequences were light, but people either forgave her, or she was like, the ends justified the means, and the ends just weren't that bad, right? But this one, this end justifies the means. This losing this lifelong friend, like, must have, like, that just definitely cut her. So I'm curious to see mistakes that she'll make, and I'm curious to see, like, what changes a bit. I mean, we haven't seen much of her. Well, I haven't seen much of her because this is just episode 3 of the first season. But I'm interested to see, like, if that will come up again, or, like, now that she's realizes, right? Now that Christian is like, oh, he's right, I would do anything to leave, and then Christian is gonna be like, well, I was hurt by him leaving, but now I'm fine. So let me keep doing that, right? Let me keep doing whatever it takes to win, to just, succeed over everyone, over the enemy, quote unquote, the enemy. And then the consequences will continue to get severe for her, but they want to, like, the consequences will be severe, but she's going to begin shaking it off, right? Because she's like, well, I'm still here, I'm still going, whatever happens, that's it, whatever. Like, because if she recovers from this, lifelong friendship breakup, then she's going to be just, I think she's just going to be like, well, you know what? I can do it. I can clearly do it. So let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing whatever it takes. So I wonder if they're going to go that way with her character. I mean, we'll see. I hope. The seasons the seasons are already made, but I hope that is the case. I hope that they do take a character that direction, where it's like, yeah, she's gonna be, just fuck everything else. I'm doing what I'm gonna do, all day, every day, kind of attitude. So that's what I think. That's what I hope will happen, and that's what I think will happen. And I think it would be interesting to see, especially in a situation that involves I was gonna say intergalactic politics, but I guess it's just solar system politics, planetary politics, war and science. So I'm very curious to see that. And she has no oversight, right? Back to episode 2, she has no oversight. Nobody's like, she doesn't answer to anybody. So even more leeway to just do what she pleases. To do as she pleases. Certainly an interesting character. So far, one of my favorites. One of my favorite characters. Oh man, the death of my homie Havelock. I had to look up his name. The death of Havelock. He was too good, right? He was too good, like as a person. Like every character that we've been introduced to is flawed in some way. Like they all have some flaws. Nobody's entirely good, and we're seeing that in all the characters. Like they might have they might have conversations, but they all have something about them that there's just not. That you're not like 100% an angel, right? Everybody's got a little bit of everything, and then we're seeing. Then we saw, boop. We're seeing. What am I saying? We saw with Havelock. He's like was coming to like. He was showing. What am I trying to say? When I just talking so much, my mouth struggles to formulate words. Havelock was being shown to us as a good character, as a very decent individual, sure from Earth, but he was out on the belt. He was trying to help people. He was trying to learn, like, at least the belter culture, right? Because he was going to that Lady of the Night, and what would be Lady of the Night? Well, it's always nighttime, because they don't not in the sun. Anyways, that's not important. He was going to her to learn how to learn the language a little bit, to like help people like calm down and everything. So you can see he's making an effort to try and do some good. And in episode 2 they're like, oh, he's going to see this sensual woman. Like, who the fuck cares, right? But I'm assuming they're trying to get people like, oh, he's not all that good because he's going to see a sensual lady of the night. But like I said, who fucking cares? Anyways, we go to episode 3, and then we see, oh, he's going to her to learn the language and learn some things. And then like, yeah, he's too good. And we see a little bit more like, oh, look at the potential he has of being kind of a little bit like mischievous by sending that Mormon to the Captain Shadid. So they're like, oh look, he can be a little bit mischievous, and you can see like there's probably like there could be a little relationship between Havelock and Detective Miller. So I'm assuming that he's dead right now, but he's probably alive. So all this is based off of him possibly being dead. Let me go over here. Let me go to the episode description for episode 4. Yeah, never mind. I was gonna see if it's like maybe he shows up again as alive, but as far as episode 3 goes, at the end of it, he's dead. If he's not dead, yay! If he is dead, son of a bitch. But anyways, that's it. I mean, boy, that's it. I got nothing more to say. As you guys can see, I'm clearly intrigued by the character of Christian. I'm looking forward to see how she develops after that interaction with with the graph and see what path she goes down. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm also looking forward to. I didn't really go into it, but I'm sure there's gonna be like a new group dynamic between the 5 survivors of the Canterbury, right? Because now that the truth is out there for most of them, then I think they're gonna be a bit more malleable and more willing to work with one another. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Well, if you guys enjoyed the reaction, if you enjoyed this discussion, theorizing of character development and story development, please go ahead and leave a comment letting me know. And not letting me know. Well, yeah, sure. Leave a comment. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video. And subscribe if you would be so kind to do that. I'm looking forward to seeing episode 4. I really want to watch it today, but I'll watch it tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'll just think of like what else could happen. But anyways, until next time, folks, have a good one.